like what kind of explosives you're talking about, but also who is it that has all the guns? They're all gonna start shooting all at once, and you firecrackers.
What's going on? You're tuned in to the All Points Podcast. We are the freshest crew, and I go by the name of A2.
This is Sam, a.k.a. Stevie Slumber.
This is Kyle, a.k.a. Three Fingers.
Jonathan the Great. And we're back again like Backstreet. You know, we be here. We always here.
Yes.
Just for you. So,
July 1st.
I know, right?
We're over halfway done with this year.
It's wild.
Yes.
I mean, but you know how it is. That first half of the year, it goes by quick, and then the second half because of all those loser months.
Nah, man. The issue that y'all have is you're not doing enough drugs.
What?
That's
true.
what it comes
Is it
down
going to slow down my year or speed it up?
Yes. It'll slow it down.
But drugs aren't legal.
Unless you're not doing anything, then it'll speed it up.
I mean...
But nah, man, the whole thing, y'all know how, I don't want to get into it. This is a fucking boring topic. But the way that time... perception goes is if you're creating new memories, then it seems like that time is lasting longer.
Yep.
And, you know, typically whenever you are, doing drugs, you're getting into some crazy situations. So you form more new memories of crazy things you're doing. It makes your year feel like you did more, and it makes it feel longer.
Well, then I must have been fucked up all my life.
True.
I don't understand that logic. It seems like if you're creating new memories, it will go by faster.
Listen, the drugs is something that I'm throwing in there just for fun. But no.
Yeah, it's the idea. Oh, no, go ahead. No, you got it.
I'm so sorry. No, time actually, it goes by faster whenever you're not creating new memories because you fall into a routine and everything just blends together and you stop caring as much about each individual day.
Like, what was the highlight of your Tuesday?
What was Tuesday?
Exactly.
That's like the point.
You basically just lost the whole day.
I got wings that I didn't like.
That was the highlight of it?
Yeah, that was pretty much the highlight.
That's kind of like the point.
I got to watch that bootleg movie that Sam put on my computer.
Which one?
Everything, Everywhere, all at once.
It's good shit.
It was all right.
I heard it was good.
It's fantastic.
I need to see it.
It was good, but it wasn't like...
It didn't blow your mind?
I mean, I've seen crazy stuff like that. It was cool. Like, it wasn't a bad movie at all.
What do you mean you've seen crazy stuff?
Like, I've seen
like what the fuck have you seen?
like
He does that 1,000-yard stare.
like I don't know how to explain it, but like I went online and like there's like all these like breakdowns of the endings and everything. I was like, what was so hard about the ending that you didn't understand? Like I think I'm not saying it was overhyped. It was a good movie. It wasn't your movie. No, I liked it. I actually liked it, but it wasn't like I've seen Kung Fu Hustle, and it's like it's similar to that, and it's like that's like zany, wacky, funny. So like I kind of compare it to that, and it's like I don't know.
Wait, that movie is supposed to be like funny?
I just feel like I feel like what makes the movie so good, in my opinion, is that it has all of these elements of like absurdity and wackiness and zaniness while also tackling...
Can you guys stop saying wacky and zany?
Oh, we're saying wacky. That's what I'm titling this episode now.
While also tackling the dichotomy between the two different sides of nihilism. Because you've got the one side where it's like nothing matters, so fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
And then the other side where it's like nothing matters, so we get to create our own meaning and our own joy and all that.
Yeah.
It's the two different sides, and it tackles both of those, a very serious topic, while also embracing the absurdity and being like,
But I also grew up watching Adult Swim, and you get that like on every other show. So it's like...
Yeah. But it's like to see that in a major motion picture and to have all these ideas funded and actually have an IP like this put out. It's not something you see.
It's not. I agree. It wasn't a bad movie. I don't want people to think that I didn't enjoy it. I actually enjoyed it.
You're racist because there was Asians.
That's what it is.
No, it's not that at all.
So enough about Kyle being racist towards Asians.
No, it's not that at all. I just... What was I going to say? You threw me off. I was going to say something. I had a thought, and I lost it now.
Yeah, I mean...
No, that's what it was. What was more interesting to me was how many people worked on it, and it was like... The visual effects people who worked on it was like 5 of them, and none of them had any background in visual effects. And they all like learned off of like YouTube and stuff. So that I thought that aspect of the whole movie was fascinating, and just like the little Easter eggs that were in it, and and it was cool. I like the story, but like, I don't think it was like. I hope it gets an Oscar. I hope it wins something. But like,
I don't think it was that good, but I hope it wins an Oscar.
Yeah, I hope it wins an Oscar, but I don't think it was like
what the fuck.
Like, I get what he's saying. It's just basically like, you know,
it deserves.
Hope it gets its acclaims, but like for him, it just wasn't like movie of the year. It's like personally, but for what it would mean, that probably is.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
You know what movie didn't do it for me?
What's that?
Really?
Lightyear.
No. Doctor
World?
Strange.
Really?
You didn't like it?
It was okay at best.
I could see that.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but I heard that.
I'll ask this: are you a Sam Raimi fan?
I mean, I guess I like the Spider-Mans that he did.
The Spider-Man. Is that the only Sam Raimi movies you've seen?
I've probably seen another one.
Like Evil Dead 2.
Nope.
Army of Darkness.
Nope.
No, I didn't watch them. I know them, but I'll watch them. I don't have any issue with them. But yeah,
I've only seen Spider-Man from Sam Raimi. I haven't seen anything else. So when people were like, "Oh, it's a Sam Raimi film," I was like, "So it's like Spider-Man? Like, what do you mean?" But like, I could see where they mean what they mean because I've seen clips and bits and pieces of Army of Darkness and like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it was overhyped.
It very much is a Sam Raimi masturbatory film, and either you're gonna like that or you're not, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Like the thing that it's one of the things because I don't want to reveal too much.
Yeah, Alex,
some people haven't seen it. You don't care, but it's just one of those things.
I'm gonna see it.
Huh?
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, but I know you don't care.
I mean, I do care, but
you
go
don't.
ahead.
No, I'm telling you what you do and what you don't like.
But you don't know.
Yeah, but I do.
You don't though.
Ooh, all right.
Man, I
anyways.
do want to hear that now.
So, anyways, it's one of those things where I just felt like the villain could have been better.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it. It was just like, oh, okay. It's
John Krasinski, right?
man.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. But I mean, that's just my takeaway from it. And just, you know, I don't know.
Do you
It
feel
just
like
didn't really do it for me?
Do you feel like you had to have seen WandaVision to fully understand it?
No.
Really?
They threw away some of it.
They kind of did, but I think to fully understand Multiverse of Madness, you had to have seen WandaVision.
No.
So I spent that time watching Loki for nothing.
No.
Maybe. I mean, no.
That's going to come into something else.
I think
still a
Loki
superior
kind of,
show.
you kind of got to watch Loki a little bit,
Man.
but not all the way.
Yeah.
I think
I
Loki's
gotta
going to
watch-
fall more in Ant-Man.
I gotta watch WandaVision now.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's not that bad, but
I actually
the-
like WandaVision.
The thing about it, just
was
looking at that film, yeah, you didn't really need to watch WandaVision or anything like that, because I mean, a lot of things kind of got explained in there. I mean, you can kind of see it's a lot of stuff that was probably happening with it.
Yeah.
But
I will say, I think that's the issue
Mhm.
because I feel like if they would have just relied on the audience having seen WandaVision, then Multiverse of Madness wouldn't have felt as rushed as it does. Because it feels like the pacing's off. It feels like they like try to condense so much, and then it's, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
agree.
did pause it because I had to go upstairs for baby stuff or whatever, and it was already like a quarter ways into it. And I was like, "Really? Like all of this shit's already happening?" I was
Yeah,
like, "Come
right.
on, man, this should have been longer."
I heard Thor is short too, like the shortest MCU movie.
That sucks.
But I heard it's really good too, though. The new Thor.
Wait, is that out?
No.
I didn't think so.
Next
Okay.
week.
Next week.
I can say the other thing that I also didn't like about it, and this is kind of what I sort of had a gripe with Far From Home or whatever, or No Way Home. If this is like a multiversal thing or whatever, I guess that was more so this one. They went to like one universe. I mean, granted, they went to a couple of them passing through, but then they just stayed in this one, and I was just like, that's kind of.
For it to have multiverse in the title
Multiverse. I was
and
like,
madness,
yeah.
they
I was
kind
like-
of was timid.
I was like, "Where's the madness?"
Yeah.
And you, I want,
Yeah.
They couldn't get Randy Savage. Okay?
Shut up. They're in a multiverse, so they could get him.
That's
You
true.
know, he's
All right.
different
Fair
somewhere
enough.
else.
Fair enough.
Slightly. You know, that's what happens when RS disease takes hold,
Oh,
but it's just
yeah.
different people in different universes.
Okay, so he's just the one. He's like patient zero in our universe. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. But yeah.
I agree with you there. For it to say multiverse of madness, like everything, everywhere, all at once was more multiverse of madness than multiverse of madness, and that's what
See?
everyone keeps saying.
I should watch that one then. It's got two things that I like.
Asian women.
What? Come on.
And Asian dudes.
Did you know the daughter in Everywhere, Everywhere, and All at Once was supposed to was originally For Aquafina?
Yeah.
But she turned it, she couldn't do it or something like that. Yeah.
She's probably doing her Disney shit.
When I was watching, I was like, I can see Aquafina playing this part.
Or she's probably sitting on a stoop somewhere in Brooklyn drinking quarter water.
I like Aquafina. She's
good.
Just a quick side note. I posted on Twitter, like, what do y'all call quarter water? And, like, no one responded. I don't think anybody knew what the fuck I was talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Those little jugs, the welfare juice.
Oh, that's called quarter water?
The little barrels.
I never knew it was called that. We just called it lunch.
I mean,
I never knew.
Well, now you know.
I guess we grew up poor. I didn't know that. I thought we was wealthy. It's like, oh, we got 25 of these things?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I always just called them juice. Like, I want some juice. That shit ain't juice.
That
shit
quarter
is-
water.
That shit is... It's a quarter water and 3/4 sugar.
It's definitely like white people Kool-Aid. Like it didn't have that much sugar in it.
Oh, shit.
But hey, it got the job done, especially when you was thirsty.
That's okay. So the thing about kids, they don't care as long as it's not whatever.
basic shit. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not just water, then they'll drink some, glue mixed with water.
Nah,
and
for real
whatever,
though, like
and like it. Sprinkle a little bit of sugar in there, and it's the best thing ever.
I mean, how many times did we have like bread with sugar on it? And that
Many
was just the
times.
goodest shit ever.
Yeah, you put some butter on there too. You know,
like in your adult life, when do you drink orange juice?
Actually, I drink orange juice all the time.
With screwdrivers.
Really?
Nah.
Like, yeah, I mean, when it's an alcoholic drink, yeah, you can drink it anytime. But normally when I drink orange juice, it's in the morning. Pharaoh asks for orange juice all the time. I'm like, dude, this is a breakfast drink.
no, if it's there, then whatever.
Apple juice is more universal than orange juice.
I will agree on that.
I prefer orange juice in the morning. Apple juice can be drunk anytime.
Is it like after you brush your teeth?
No, that is.
Nah, okay, so basically, recently I was talking to mom, and I was just telling her about how the other day I went to go get some toaster strudels, and then we had like waffles in the freezer and all that shit because the little babies and all that stuff, they eat them for breakfast sometimes, and the big kids, they can also eat them, of course. So when I went to the store, I balled out a little bit, got toaster strudels because Midwest always be bigging them up and everything. And so I was like, all right, cool. Put these boxes in there, no big deal. I come downstairs one day, I see the freezer open, and the boy is in the freezer. And he's reaching in there trying to get him some of my toaster strudels. So I was like, what you doing? And he's all like, well, I was hungry. I was looking for something to eat. And I was all like, that's why you touching those boxes.
Right?
And he's like, well. And he just shut the freezer and then walked off, knowing damn well that there were waffles sitting in there. So I'm like, really? So apparently you ain't that hungry or whatever.
And you said something about him not even helping like bring stuff in.
Yeah, no,
too,
he
right?
didn't. He didn't. Yeah. I watched that, peeped that shit. Whenever I bring in groceries or anything like that, I see who's gonna get up and help and all that shit. He ain't hop up once. He was on his phone, just
You know what I find real funny though?
What?
It's just the fact that you said toaster strudels. It's like we went from Suzy Q's to toaster strudels with one Supreme Court decision.
What?
Stupid.
I mean, that's crazy. So
I'm still Suzy Qing it up, goddamn.
Hearing that story, Jonathan.
Oh, story ain't over.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Go ahead.
No, finish it, because I was gonna make a guesstimate about you.
What? Go ahead.
Hearing that story, are you the type of person that would get McDonald's for just your kids?
Oh, you want to get straight into
and
that.
not for the other kids.
We'll get to that. But basically, what I was saying with this whole story is, eventually, I was just like, nah. And then eventually later on, he was like, so can I have toaster strudel? I'm like, fine, yeah, whatever.
At least he asked.
Lion law exists, all right? Don't forget. But it's just one of those things where I was talking about how, when you're a kid and all that stuff, you will go after whatever is like sugar or anything like that versus what is already available. So I was talking to Mama, and she was talking about how she bought some Diet Pepsi and all that shit. And the kids that are over there, she's like, y'all don't even like diet drinks. Like, why are y'all drinking this?
That's all we got.
That's all you got. It's better than the base.
That is true statement. When my oldest sister used to live with us at the house, she used to always drink Diet Pop. And I used to piss her off because I used to just go in there. There'd be nothing else to drink but her diet soda.
Yeah.
And I would just drink some because and she would get so mad. Like you wouldn't understand. But I was like, I'm thirsty and I'm gonna drink some soda. So I'm drinking diet soda, I guess.
I remember Mama used to get Diet Pepsi. And I tasted that shit and never again. Just never again. I'm sorry. You will not like even to this day, like diet. If I'm getting pop, I'm getting pop.
Yeah.
But any diet shit, just can't do it.
I used to get, I think it was the fortune. I used to get diet soda just so y'all wouldn't like sip some.
Like we worked at it in. Like that doesn't matter. Like, oh damn it.
Sometimes you want Pepsi. Shit. I don't want Coke all the time.
Dr. Pepper.
We were Pepsi. We were all Pepsi.
Yeah. I think that whole house was Pepsi.
Yeah.
Fuck Coke.
Yeah.
But anywho, this topic about the fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been everywhere.
I mean, honestly, we can't really speak on it.
Yeah. Well, no, we can.
I mean, you can because
it's both a business, not just women's business.
Well, no. I'm talking about that.
What?
I was talking about the main people.
I mean, but the meme, I call them memes, because it's easier to say.
Right.
But the thing that's going around online now is like there's this video of this chick who like filmed this guy who was bringing like his kid McDonald's, but the chick has
her ex.
Has like 5 other kids. I don't know how many kids.
She got 4 kids.
4 kids
and
total.
It's a dude that she used to date and mess around with. They had a kid, and dude pimps up to wherever the fuck she's at, probably a nail shop because it had a glass door. Yeah. Not that means that it's a nail shop, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't already heard or seen this, which I find unbelievable if you didn't, but yeah,
it's been around for 2 days.
He brought McDonald's for his kid, and she was tripping on him because he didn't bring McDonald's for the whole squad of kids.
Apparently he's done this before.
And like he was just like, these ain't my kids. So I'm only taking care of my kid.
Yep.
You need to figure out where their daddies is at.
I was like this bitch.
So
really,
the world is really divided.
Yeah.
Or I guess the Twitter sphere is divided on all this.
You know what? As everything else, but as we already know,
the
other side that doesn't agree with me is wrong. So
they can delete themselves from Facebook.
No, they
curious.
can just Roblox themselves.
So I'm curious, y'all not having kids, how do y'all feel about that?
Okay, so here's my thing, all right? I don't think it's wrong to ask somebody to like, hey, you know what? I got all the kids. Do you mind? And it's up to them to be like, okay, I'll do that. The expectation for him to do it, fuck that. It's because like, all right, she was just like, I don't got my steps until the 15. It's like, whose planning problem was that?
Yeah.
And it's like, if she's working and whatnot, and she got stamps, you can make that work.
Yeah.
With 4 kids, I've seen it happen. But
Not
it's
in
like
our
just
household.
I know, right? But the expectation of somebody else to take care of somebody else's kids is like, what about the other dads?
Exactly.
So it's just like, you can always have sympathy for them because, like, honestly, I wouldn't want the kids to like go hungry or anything like that. But that's on her.
Yeah. Saying what?
So you said this is her ex.
Yeah.
This isn't like
They're not even together.
No.
Okay. So that does influence my decision a little bit.
Definitely.
So here's my thing. I will say one thing on not even the mom side, just on the other kid's side. I think you could separate your kid from the rest of them. Pick them up, take them with you, get some McDonald's.
Yeah,
you could do that. That way the other kids aren't watching this other kid eat food, and they're just fucking like, I want food.
Yeah.
That being said, for the mom to have the goddamn audacity to start filming that shit, when
exactly.
it's like, these aren't his kids.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't together, so there's no expectation for him to be also taking care of the other kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, the expectation shouldn't fucking be like you said. Like, it'd be cool, like, maybe you'd be like, hey, but you shouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
Because it ain't the dude's kids.
Jonathan, what you think?
No, Kyle, what do you think?
First time someone's asked me my opinion. So I kind of agree with Sam. Like, okay. Let me watch my words. If you're not, okay.
You got Peter on that one now, buddy.
I think if you're dating the woman and she has other kids, I think it's like you should provide for the whole family. Like,
because you're making the choice.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that you have a kid. I'm
Right.
marrying into this.
Yeah,
like,
you're
it's
choosing
not
to
just,
be there.
Exactly. Now, if it's just my kid and you got a whole bunch of other kids that I had no business with or doing or anything, and we ain't together, I would do, me personally, I would, in the immortal words, yeah. No, me personally, I would call up, you know, baby mama and be like, hey, I'm getting such and such some McDonald's. Do you want me to get anything for the other kids? If so, can you, you know, send me some money or something? You know, I'm not like, it's not my responsibility for the other kids because, you know, that's your kids. They ain't my kids. But like, I would at least make an offer like, yo, like you said, I would let them know, hey, I'm bringing some McDonald's. And like, if the other kids want something, can you send me some money? I'll get them all like a cheeseburger. But don't expect it, you know? I'm treating my kid, you know? I'm sorry your daddy ain't bringing you McDonald's, you know?
You know what?
That's a short end of the stick, I guess. But like,
you know what? Honestly, I'll say it like this, you know? Because like, I'm all about being like fair to people.
Yeah.
You know what? It might not be so fair to her, but you know, I think what should happen is that if you are going to expect me to pay for the other kids, then let me claim them as dependent.
where it really matters. Let me claim it where it really matters.
There's 4 of them, so they could split.
So yeah, I think that would be fair. If you want me to get your kids some,
No lie, there's been plenty of times that I've dropped Pharaoh off at the house knowing that his cousins are there, and I've only gave him McDonald's. But there's been one time where I bought like a pizza, and I was like, all right, all y'all can eat off of it.
It's like, all right, Pharaoh, you get this half, and this leave.
There's been plenty of times that Pharaoh's rolled up to Mimi's house with his own McDonald's, and the kids just looking at him like, oh,
He got the Happy Meal too. He's like playing with his like rocket ship.
He got his napkin tucked in his shirt. He's just sitting there eating his little chicken.
They got like the toilet roll, like
exactly.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, what's your opinion?
I bet you it don't even differ from ours.
I mean, it really doesn't. But it's just one of. I'm not gonna ask her like, oh, hey, well, what do you think? No, because I granted, me living in the situation that I am, clearly I'm providing for someone else's kids. Yada, yada. But that would, be different if it was like, an ex's kids. In this case, it is an ex's kids. But granted, he has that attachment, but whatever. It's not like I'm going to buy homegirl's kid, some birthday presents because of something that we had at the time. Yeah. She's looking at it like, well, you used to do this when we was together and all that stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that was when we were together. Yeah. Now, if you want to basically tag along stuff that used to apply when we were together, then I better get some sucky out here in the car before the kids get some food.
Some sucky for some.
Like, I mean, what if she's expecting things that are supposed to be in the relationship?
Yeah, exactly.
Then that's the other side of that. Yeah. I don't care if that makes me sound sexist or these are just jokes.
But I mean, like obviously outside of that, but the premise of it is true.
Yeah,
I mean, again, it's just like if you're wanting the benefits without like the relationship duties and things like that.
And the other thing about that, because look at their dynamic and all that stuff. She was so quick to get on her phone and everything and be like, well, you can't come over here and give, your son some food and then exclude the other kids and everything. And then she threw the food and all that shit.
Yeah, wasted.
So I'm looking at it like, who was the problem in the relationship versus dude showing up like, I'm feeding my kids, whatever. I would look at that like, yo, you were probably the issue as to why this relationship failed in the first place.
But you know what? But that was a gift though. What? Because then if he's like, I'm trying to get full custody, that's a good way to be like, this is the person she is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just like, and I wouldn't want it to like break like that. Like he couldn't see or she couldn't see her kid. But when you do shit like that, I'm sorry. Like it just makes the case where it's like, you are not fit.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. It is. They're making it more complicated than it needs to be honest with you.
Oh, but that's Facebook. That's Twitter.
Yeah.
They do that. They're known for dividing it up. But
like, I guess I can empathize with somebody who's going through like hard times like that. Like doing it by yourself, that shit is fucking hard.
Definitely.
And there has to be like systems in place so then you can like take care of somebody who's in that situation. That's what I'm just saying.
Stupid.
But to me, like the point that just lost credibility, like her credibility was just the fact that she expected it. That's all it is.
Like I said, she better get to hitting that throat. But
it's like a one-track mind.
No, it ain't. Look, I just look at it like this is probably something that he doesn't want to go do. Granted, he could probably do it. Go buy the other kids some food. He probably doesn't really want to.
Some people on Facebook were like, you can easily get money for or food for all the kids less than $10.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You saw
like,
you saw that one lady that was like, here, if you want to feed a family, if you want to feed 10 people, you take these soups and you break them up. You remember that one?
I didn't see that.
It was this one lady. She was talking about because she had some like top or some ramen noodles and whatnot, and then she put them in a pan. She took some chicken breast and cooked it and then just chopped it up and it had this big ass casserole just out of nothing. I was like, I might have to steal that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Nah.
Yeah, people on the internet are crazy. Fellas, watch who you nut in.
Definitely watch.
Definitely got to keep them. When
today's world, you got to keep them.
Yeah, okay. I saw this thing where they're basically calling for Clarence, whatever the fuck his name is, to be removed.
Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. But I'm like, why are they specifically targeting him and not the other fucks that voted?
I mean, because Clarence is basically saying, now we need to get rid of...
is it because he's the most vocal about other shit?
No, he's the one that's like pushing things forward.
Got a white woman.
You said what?
He's living. So like, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for the previous episode because I was listening to it the other day and I was like, you know what? This is an important thing.
You know what? I shouldn't have rushed this thing off.
So I did. So I want to apologize to
you
Sam.
left in Kyle counting down.
I want to.
Oh yeah, it was wrong.
He did. And I want to apologize for Sam for doing that. But you got me back early in the episode. I thought it was pretty funny. I laughed at it. But you know, I learned more about everything that was going on in the world after our episode, and it's just like, Uncle Ruckus in the Supreme Court, he really is like, golly, just terrible. Was
wild. And I called somebody out on it. It was like, okay, so the fact that you're doing all this bullshit, like, trying to push, they're trying to make decisions on sodomy laws.
Yeah.
But one of the real fucked up things about it is that it's like Lovings versus Virginia. Mm-hmm. Basically to allow for interracial marriages, which was ruled in the exact same way as Roe v. Wade and whatever the next one that they're looking into. Yeah. But he didn't bring that shit up with his white ass wife.
That's crazy.
So it was like, that shit ain't gonna happen. You know exactly what they're doing.
But I saw this one video.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Continue the Uncle Ruckus thread. You know goddamn good and well that if it does come to that, where they want to start tackling that, he's gonna fight tooth and fucking nail to try and get try to get a grandfather clause in so that he can still have his, but no one else can have it.
Exactly. That's exactly what the fuck's gonna happen.
Oh my god!
But I saw this one video that really intrigued me, and it was this one news reporter lady like going off on the whole decision and everything, and like it is kind of messed up that we're the land of the free. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of all this and that.
When is that reign true?
Yeah, exactly. But we want to push our Christian views on everybody.
Because that's the thing that irritated the crap about me on this whole decision and everything.
Yes.
Where they're talking about how this is, it goes against the Bible and all that shit. And I'm like, since when was America specifically just Christian?
Exactly.
There are so many different religions out there. There's Satanists out here. They don't get their rights.
That's what I hate about this whole thing.
Yeah, because I was like, how the fuck are y'all going to keep on trying to push this whole Bible thing and everything like that? But if you look at different religions, I think they're talking about Jewish people and all that shit. There was a different one. I can't remember. But they're like, yo, we're good with abortions and everything as long as it's safe and legal and all that shit.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I was gonna say the Church of Satanism needed to step up and make it a part of their practices. Like this is a religious practice, like the practice of abortion. And if you rule against us, that's ruling against liberties and whatnot.
Just one quick addendum. It needs to be clarified that the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple are two different entities.
Oh, well,
the Church
yeah.
of Satan actually believes in Satan. Whereas
Okay,
the Satanic Temple doesn't.
Yeah.
And is really just there for religious freedom.
But they do have
be teaching shit.
tax exempt status, which makes them an actually recognized
the
religion in the
Satanic
U.S.
Temple is a religion.
So that's what I mean. If they were to do that, that might be an avenue, and it would be just. I think it would just be hilarious to see how many people were like joining the Temple of Satan.
I just think it's really, really messed up in this country to push those views that not everyone just,
The video you were about to refer to, I'm assuming it's the one of Lauren Babert or whatever.
I don't know who. It probably was. It was some angry white woman. It was some angry white woman, and I was just like, all right.
And she was like, the whole separation. I'm tired of this separation of church and state stuff. She's like, this church should be able to run the state. And all that
No. She was going against it. She didn't like the fact that we overturned it, so she was mad.
Oh, okay. Different.
We were mad, but she was just like, you guys push these Christian views on people who aren't Christian, and it's like you can't.
You're
do
probably
that.
thinking about Anna Kasparian. She's
from the Young Turks.
Yeah, Young Turks. She was like,
it was Young Turks. It was Young Turks. It was Young Turks.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that shit went mega viral. She's been,
It was the Young Turks. That's what the video was. But I was just like, dang, she's right.
Yeah.
Like, what if you're not Christian and like that?
But no, man, the mask is off at this point.
Yeah.
Like the Christo-fascists are gonna fucking have their way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't want to get all, like up on that soapbox, but the Supreme Court is compromised.
Yep. I've said it. I think I said it last time, but I would be okay with them adding justice at this point.
And I want to clarify in case there's anybody listening who's like, well, actually, I get it. Like the Supreme Court has made shitty decisions for fucking ever.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily want
right.
to plug another podcast on our podcast, but like you can check out the 5 to 4 podcast to see the history of how fucking terrible the Supreme Court has been. But it is very clear cut today.
Okay, before we go to break, do you think cutting off that whole Supreme Court for life rule would change a lot of things?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Because the thing about it is that, with what it should do is allow people to make like interpretations of the Constitution.
Yeah.
If you have that like time limit or term limits for them, all that's going to do is just have people try to push through their agenda as soon as possible. And then what you're going to get is just like huge back and forth.
We're going to be changing like rules every so often.
Basically
I
like
think,
presidency.
I think the best thing that you can probably do is first rebalance the court and then set it so then it's like every 4 years or so. Or you probably have to have a little bit longer than that. But it would have to go in the cycles of like presidential elections or something like that, like following when justices' terms are up. So maybe make it like, I don't know, 12 years. Well, I would probably do 12, but have it like that. So depending on, I mean, obviously if somebody dies, then but I think that might help. But the first thing is like rebalancing the courts.
I think for that, we're instead of the 12 and everything, we're gonna stick it to the 10. So when we burn down the government and reform it in my image, then it's gonna be 10.
I will say something. It's gonna be controversial, but if you had to be any type of ism like racism, sexism, or any ism, I think ageism is the best one to be.
Ageism.
I think we should cut off the age that you can be a certain person. Like you can't be president past this age.
Shit, man.
You
I
can't
agree.
be social. I think ageism is the best ism you should be.
Ageism is the future.
It's like you can't. You gotta be 18 to smoke or own a gun. I don't know what the rules are anymore.
What's the cap for being president? I think it should be like 60.
Nah,
your brain starts to go around 55.
I'm saying that's the last that you can be. If you're 59, there's no point.
When you can get a grand slam at Denny's.
I'm sorry, 69 is just. I think that's the perfect cutoff.
69 is a good number.
I know what he's doing. I don't want to say it.
It's funny. No, I like 69, but if you can get a grand slam at Denny's, you should be able to get cut off. That should be a cap. Like 55, you're still young and spry. You still.
It ain't about being spry. It's just about like if you can make good decisions, if you can make conscious decisions. I'm not talking about the fucking Joe Biden and his stupid cue cards that people want to bring up. If he had them, cool. If he, whatever, I don't care. That could be.
He fell off a bike.
I don't care.
He got up like what?
Yeah, he jumped around a bit.
I'm just saying that there's a certain age that they should just cap it off at.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree.
69 is a good one.
I think that's it.
Like I wouldn't want like a 23-year-old president. Like that would be.
Well, we still have the limit. We still have the 35-year-old, but it's
Wait,
35 to like 60.
By the way,
65.
I am gonna start running.
Go for it. Go for it. You're old enough.
Yep.
You was
Good.
born here, right?
I'll be the shadow
Oh, yeah.
government behind it.
Let me be somebody in your office. Let me be the
I'll
in charge
make you,
of cool stuff.
You know what? Kyle for Secretary of State.
No, let me be in charge of restaurants and food, like and food and agriculture. Is that,
You know
is
what?
that a thing?
No, you can be in charge of the EPA.
What is that?
Electronic Protection Agency.
No, I want food and agriculture.
You can't
Agriculture.
say it.
You're close. Environmental.
No.
Sure. I want to put a Jack in the Box in Wichita.
Electronic Protection.
What? You're making me the what?
The Electronic Protection Agency.
No.
He's just gonna be holding all your like smart
Oh.
devices.
Look,
We're
he's
gonna
a
give him-
gadget. He always got shit.
We're gonna give him a little GameStop badge.
You
I
trying
like it.
you trying to trade in these nukes? That's gonna be like $30.
If you got the classic DS, we can work with it.
I don't know, man. You
That's tough.
turn in your nukes.
I guess. All right, we're gonna go and break. This is your time to go to the bathroom, and we're back. How was your break?
I couldn't pee.
You couldn't pee?
I couldn't pee.
Was somebody in there?
I peed hard.
Whoa.
He was in there. It was just when I was scared.
It was like wind going, and like you know when it gets like real gust of wind and it's the rain and
Speaking of pee, guys.
Man, that's crazy. I was just going to bring that up too.
Wait.
Wait,
At the top of my
The Pied Piper R&B
the peed pipe.
got 30 years.
Got a dirty 30.
30 years, guys.
That's hilarious as hell.
I am surprised at that.
30.
Well, you know, I'm not
got-
surprised.
Like
at
he
that.
should have got more or should have got less.
No, I figured he was
10 more than Ghislaine Maxwell.
That's what I was gonna say. Because I was like, I thought about that and I was like, yeah, of course they're gonna give him more. But then I was like, wait, R. Kelly ran out of money. And so her with all the resources she had, she didn't run out of money. So she had a good lawyer. R. Kelly?
R. Kelly has that discount lawyer. Hey.
That's different. You know, she had more money to pay off the rest of the Illuminati, you know, so they're like, all right.
Wait, why would they
years.
need to pay off the Illuminati?
Well,
They're
I
a part
mean,
of
they
it.
got to make, you know, their tribute.
They
Yeah.
pay their Illuminati debts. Or
Yeah.
Like now that he's got charged for like the actual crime.
Which, I mean, he probably did. So
Yeah,
that makes the
absolutely.
But like
difference.
before that, I was kind of on the. I still didn't play his music, but I was kind of on the fence. Like if someone was to walk up to me and ask for "Step in the Name of Love," I was gonna play it. But now that he got charged and he's got 30 years and he most likely. I mean, that'd be weird coming out at 85 and just being like, all right, I got one more. I got one more album. But like.
Nah, man, I'm playing Bump and Grind tonight.
I don't want to play his music anymore.
Why did it take this long?
They need to redo a Space Jam. I Believe I Can Fly. Like I don't want to like listen to that no more.
Hey, who's another famous person that's in jail that you know of?
Pookie.
Who?
Pookie.
Isn't OJ in jail for? No, he's
Nah,
out.
he's out.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can't think of any.
The juice is loose.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who'd you bust out of jail? What's her name? In the gulag right now.
Brittany Griner?
Yeah. I think I'd bust her out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That shit's fucked up.
I, mean, I guess
they
Tiger
talking-
King.
They're talking. Nah, he's all right. Yeah, he's all
Ain't he
right.
supposed to get out this year or something?
Who knows?
Yeah. So,
But 30 years. So I hate to. Do y'all think that's the rest of his life is going to be in jail?
nah, he's gonna get out like
two
sooner
years,
than.
you know,
Good
whatever.
behavior or something?
Well, he's gonna have the ability to appeal. So he's it's not up to judge or jury and whatnot at that point. So I think a lot of the things that it was a little bit tainted because everybody's heard of R. Kelly. So anybody going into the trial, they're gonna be like, yeah, I know R. Kelly and I've seen all this shit.
Are
Yeah,
any of you guys R. Kelly fans?
No.
I'm not either. So I didn't really care when he got charged.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I was like, huh,
Yeah. That's
good
kinda
for
how it
the
is.
for the
Alright.
victims.
I paid attention to the updates on Trapped in the Closet. But that's just because I was so deep in it, I might as well.
Yeah, if you haven't gone through that whole thing, you haven't lived.
But beyond that, no, it's never.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things that I don't care. I didn't care much about his music before all this came out, during it, and I still won't care.
He married a minor in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, was this really a surprise?
Yeah, exactly.
But we're saying that now.
But they used to do that in the 1800s.
No, but we're saying that now. But 20 years from now, are we going to be having this conversation about Drake?
Man.
Are we going to be having this conversation about Drake?
If 20 years from now it's found out that like Drake did this and that,
Yeah.
like, you know, let's just say it happened, like,
Yeah.
hypothetically.
Yeah.
Then we'd be having this conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, why don't we get him now? Because there's no, like, I don't want to be a Hannibal Buress and Bill Cosby right now, but like,
Wait, why wouldn't you want to
don't we
be?
get him now? Because I don't want no defamation of character on the All Points podcast.
Hey,
But, like,
But
what proof do you have? That's the thing. You can't just go being like, we got you.
didn't he like slide into some 16-year-old's DMs?
It was-
and like, didn't he try to holler at Millie Bobby Brown before she was legal age? Didn't he have like a 16-year-old girl on stage and
You knew?
Yeah,
she was 16-year-old and still like did his little spill with her?
I don't think that one he knew. That's the only
But
one that I
she
can
said
give
it on-
favor. This is me giving him favor.
But she said it on stage and he was like, "Oh no, I shouldn't be doing." And he still went through
Wait,
with the
he did?
whole.
Yeah, in that clip, she said she was 17 or whatever, and then he was like, but then he did it anyway.
What state was it? No, I'm joking.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I mean, that does make a factor. That does play a factor. But
No, it
still.
doesn't. That's what I was gonna say. That it doesn't.
There's no
Because-
Romeo and
because-
Juliet clause.
When you cross state lines, that's out the window.
Except when you're a rock star in the 80s. Then it don't matter.
But
See y'all still praising Elvis.
Do y'all think if Elvis was still alive, we would have prosecuted him?
No, because what's the name? Fucking Mick Jagger and all that shit. They did that shit too.
Jesus Christ,
And
yeah.
people know about it. And
Yeah, and they
Elvis
still
is
celebrate
everybody
him.
saying
Yeah.
shit about it.
Elvis
Yeah.
would have pulled a Polanski,
Which one?
100%. Roman,
No, that one. No, the less famous one.
he would have pulled a Polanski.
I'm not a fan of Drake, but like, that just makes me even more of a hater. But like, I don't know. Like,
Well, yeah, I get it. Never mind.
but then it's like Drake. Then there's like Tyga, Machine Gun Kelly. Like, there's so many people
Bro.
who are just like,
Wait, Machine Gun Kelly.
you didn't hear how he's tweeting about Haley? That's how the whole beef with Eminem started.
Oh, yeah.
She was like 14, 16.
Even, well, hold on a second. Even beyond that, though, like
Yeah.
just setting Haley aside, he did. I think he was 19 at the time. He tweeted some shit about like, basically like underage girls shouldn't be so attractive.
Yeah, he said something like 16, 14-year-old girls shouldn't be so attractive or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's tweets, you can find it.
Yeah.
And he said all this
And
stuff.
Tom Tucker even says.
No, bro. I just learned that Tyga has an OnlyFans. Whenever you brought up Tyga,
Oh yeah?
I didn't know that. And
He been at that.
he be dicking down
He do.
everybody.
He do.
See, I would definitely do that shit if I was famous.
Would you wear a mask?
Nope.
No.
No. Why would I?
Why not?
Did you wear
That's
assless
to the
chaps?
I would wear chapless ass. just
That's gross.
But yeah, of course I would do that shit.
Yeah.
Really?
And then I would if I was like borrowing shit from people too, I would put it in the scene. So if they knew that I had it,
Yeah.
they were reminded,
Like-
and they come over. Hey, can I get my toaster back or some shit like that? And then I know that they were watching
I
my
bet
shit.
Tyga's making more money on OnlyFans than he ever had in his rap game. TPain said it. He makes more money playing video games than he's ever made. in
Wait,
his
really?
life.
Does he do Twitch?
Yeah, he does Twitch.
Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, he said he makes more money doing streaming. On,
Which I'm like, who the fuck? Okay, is he getting paid off of like endorsements or is he getting paid by people sending him money?
Endorsements,
multiple.
ad revenues, people
Yeah.
subscribing.
it's just
Yeah,
TPain.
donating. Yeah.
He be putting up some game. He be spitting like he be
Nah,
putting
I've
people on
seen
game
the
on some
fucking
of the
video
streams.
where he's talking about, oh, do something different. We already got a
Yeah.
baby. We already got 2 little babies and a baby. Do something different.
Is it just me when T-Pain talks in his normal voice, you still kind of hear auto-tune? Is it just me?
No.
I swear, I heard him, I saw him on like Drink Champs or something. Like he was talking about some story and he still sounded like he was on auto-tune. Like I can't take him serious.
If I was him, I would do that shit.
I mean,
Like
he
just
did.
constantly
On
be
the
on
Eric Andre
auto-tune.
show.
Just everything that I would, everything like interview would have to have auto tune.
Yeah.
So that'd be
Auto-tune auto-tune implant.
Like, so if you hear T-Pain talking and everything, and you hear him like, then it just be,
I swear every time I hear him talk, I'm like, is he on auto-tune? Like, you
like
can just...
he's like, I got a big penis. Yeah, girl, you like that?
You have to add pitch correction.
Can you please put everything we're saying on auto-tune during this part? Please.
The thing is, I winked at him just to kind of,
I want this edit. I want the auto-tune edit. If you can put reverb on Jonathan's B word, bitch. I want auto-tune during this conversation.
Okay, so if you hear T-Pain like that, how do you hear your girlfriend? How do you hear the women that you're messing with?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, how's their voice in your head or whatever? Or when you're recounting them? Because whenever Rhea talks, then it's
are
like...
you actually supposed to listen?
He was fucking like...
Whenever she's talking, it's like...
Can you...
The fact you made that joke. I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like
I hear them
whenever Rhea
exactly
talks
as
and
they
everything,
are.
if she's asking me to go get something, it's like, hey, can you go get... That's how I recall her voice if I'm telling somebody a story about her and what she's saying.
every time I hear from her, every time I talk to Rhea, like she sounds like she's just mad all the time. Like I was picking up some egg rolls that one day, and I was trying to get your attention. And I was like, yeah, I text Jonathan that he was outside, and she replied back with, he'll never answer his phone. I'll be at the grocery store, and I'll be like, so what do you want? And he never replies back. And I was like, she always mad. I don't blame her, though. She got more kids than the Waynes. But
And then you got to deal with that, too? That's like a double win.
it's Jonathan.
Hey, come on. Come awesome. All right. That's why one of her kids and everything be asking, why is mom with you? And I'm like, 'cause I'm fucking awesome. I couldn't tell them the other reason, but
I can't legally tell you. But maybe when you're older, I'll let you know what's up.
like those aren't ghost sounds coming from my room.
Jiminy Cricket.
I don't know how we got on this, but...
Did y'all see, unless you had some,
No, go for
did
it.
y'all see that Airbnb is banning parties?
I did.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's the only reason you get an Airbnb besides a hotel.
To be fair, I feel like that headline kind of blew things out of proportion. Really what they're doing is they're leaving it up to like the person who runs the Airbnb.
They're leaving it up to the
if they're
states.
okay with a party,
Mm-hmm.
it's just they can't put in the Airbnb that it's for a party.
Yeah.
But like you can still have like a 2-bedroom and be like you can have 80 guests. So it's like
I mean, that's...
so it basically just takes the liability off of Airbnb's hands. And
Well, they like to do that. They like
Yeah.
to take the liability off of them every chance that they get.
oh man, tell me about it.
Oh, motherfuckers. Let me tell you this shit. So we had booked for a DreamCon. We got a nice little spot. This was back in February.
Yeah.
Good price.
We've had this booked for months.
Yeah. And so these motherfuckers in
Airbnb.
No, not Airbnb.
Oh, the actual... Oh,
So the host that originally we had it with, they sent me a message and they're like, "Hey, we're going to have you rebook with a management company. We're moving the management over to a different company, and you'll have to rebook with them, but they're going to honor the same price and dates. And I have everything in writing. So I'm like, all right, cool, that works. As long as the same price, it's no big deal. So they cancel that booking, and then I get an email to rebook, and I'm like, all right, cool, we'll go ahead and do that. Rebooked, and it comes out to like $2,000, $500 something. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
yeah.
This isn't the right price. And I'm like, here, I send them the screenshot, and they're like, yeah, this is the original booking. And they said they were going to honor the price. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll work on that. And I knew just immediately, I was like, hey, this is going to be some fucking bullshit. So I've been dealing with them for the last 3 weeks. I even went up to like Airbnb support. I got the management company on the phone. I have them record it, basically saying, yeah, we're going to honor the price. And I recorded Airbnb, basically saying, we're going to look into this.
Yeah.
The result is Airbnb's like, oh, we can't do anything from you. All we can do is just get in touch with the host and just hope for the best. That's essentially what the email was. They're basically just saying, yeah, we're gonna call them and cross our fingers, but we can't do anything.
Any sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your Airbnb.
Yeah,
At least give me a
exactly.
credit or something.
Well, that's the thing, is that I remember reading that they say that they'll find accommodation if they're on some bullshit.
Yeah.
So right now I'm really thinking about like some sort of litigation. Because one, I've got everybody on recording basically saying what they said.
Yeah.
I have it in writing. even here's the other thing that's fucked up too. It's because they like 4 days ago I got a notification from them that said we're about to withdraw the second half of it. And I'm like, why does it say 1,200 blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you're not doing that. So I called up my bank and I was like, hey, can we do a stop payment? So they're not pulling that shit out. So then I was like, the other fucked up part of it too was like it was like an hour after I got that notification and I'd already gone through the stop payment. I got another notification that said they were changing it to $16, right? And I was like, okay, maybe they're actually going to go through with honoring it.
Yeah.
But then yesterday I get a notification that says, and this is from PayPal, and it was like 1,200 has been withdrawn, and I'm like, fuck no. But I made sure that the stop payment was from PayPal.
I thought that you put it on like Ameritrust or whatever.
And they went through
I was like, wow.
Yeah, they went through PayPal, but I blocked PayPal. So that transaction went through on PayPal's end, I guess.
No. We gonna get that money.
Nah, they ain't getting that.
So all them jokes about RDC World being homeless, now we about to be homeless in DreamCon.
I mean, if I don't accept it, because like they had a adjustment in price, but it's not the exact same price. It's like $300 more. But if I don't accept it and we just go get hotels, I absolutely am going to like seek litigation because that's I went to the Better Business Bureau and found them. And there's like 13 complaints, and like the majority of them are in the last like 2 years.
Dang.
So they're on some extra shady shit. And I don't know, man. It will be worth pursuing. And then if for some reason I can get AirBNB too, because they need to run that shit better.
Yeah.
But
dang.
I was so glad though, because I had thought about it when I was recording them. I was like, wait, fuck, is Kansas a 2-party state? Because if it was, then none of that means shit.
Oh no,
we're one party.
We're that weird one party.
Nah, I'm happy for that shit.
Yeah, when it works out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, if I was worried about saying stuff, I wouldn't even be on this podcast. So
True.
So yeah, I really, really hope that we find a good spot. Because I definitely would cancel that shit and get my money back. But if we do accept it, then that basically kills that in the water. It's like they can say, well, you agreed to it. So yeah, it's real shitty. If you do get an Airbnb and you see the management company is Plushy, and it's got like the logo is like, it's a black logo with like it looks like a sheep or something on there. It's like gold outline. Do not go with them. Because just everything that I've been reading, especially in the reviews and Airbnb, people are just saying like they don't do shit. Like they don't clean shit. It's just all sorts of fucked up.
Interesting.
So just as a heads up, just as a warning. Also, fuck Plushy.
I mean, that's one way to promote DreamCon. Like, we're gonna be there, but
we gonna be there come hell or high water.
Bring down the RV.
I was gonna say we might have to take the RV. We might have to take the RV if we don't have a spot. But that's rough.
Head over to RDC World.
Hey, y'all invited us, right?
Something, but man, that's that's kind of rough.
Yeah, I'm super mad about that.
I think
shit.
Eugene's good because he can stay with his brother.
Yeah. We can just call it Van.
He lives in Houston though.
That's
a long drive.
Yeah, that's right,
man.
But we're gonna be in DreamCon, y'all.
Yeah,
and we're trying to shoot a promo video for it. But we need some help. We need some
titty balls.
No. we need
2 guys. And then we need at least 4 to 5 women. You're gonna be doing just regular scenes, nothing crazy, nothing sexual or anything like that.
You will have to try out though.
No.
We just need you for a quick, bip, and then you're done. And then you'll get $10.
$10?
$10.
$10?
$10.
Your money.
Sure, I'll pay for that. That's fine.
That's like $1 in inflation.
It'll be a $10 partially used Starbucks card.
Man. So yesterday, while the brother Rick and family were in town and all that stuff,
Shout out to Rick.
Yeah, we went to round one before they left and all that shit.
That's cool.
Is it?
Got your families together?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent experience. I had never been to round one, other than just probably like walking in and then walking out or whatever. But it was funny though because we went to the little photo booth and all that shit, and it's what
The eyes thing.
Yeah, all that shit. She definitely lost the pictures though, so that's money wasted.
Dang.
But so I mean, everything's written in Japanese and everything, and so me and Rhea were just standing there, kind of like looking at it, like what? And so Raina's sitting there. I mean, well, his daughter's sitting there, and she's just looking. And I'm like, oh, well, there's the professional right there. There's the translator. And I'm like, what does this say and everything? And the look that she gave us was one of disgust. Like,
She was
the fuck? Like, can you
what?
idiots not read?
Dang.
Like, clearly this says, backgrounds. This says effects. She's like, really? And so we took our dumbass pictures and everything, just sitting there looking stupid as hell.
But happy though.
You said what?
But happy though.
Yeah, I wanted to go home. Always. That's how it be. And there was a bunch of kids in there, high school kids running around. They almost bumped into us when we was on our way out. And I was like, look, I will fuck up some high school kids. I ain't above that at all. At all. I don't care. Look, they talk big. I'll beat their ass.
But half of them are carrying guns now.
No, they're not. Not these kids. They're in round one, so clearly.
So they had AKs.
No. But it kind of made me laugh and everything, just being that they're, mixed and all that stuff. But they can clearly speak different languages. Do you feel robbed by your parents, that you weren't able to speak a different language?
No.
Because it was our. You could have took us foreign language in like high school.
Yeah, but
if you really wanted to, or middle school.
I feel. Oh my bad.
Go ahead.
I feel a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't really feel betrayed, but I feel a little sad.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a small one, my abuela was starting to teach me Spanish, but I don't remember who it was in my family, but I know it was. My family's hella conservative. One of them put a stop to that, and so I just didn't because
You should have been learning Chinese.
It's not American, and so that kind of I'm kind of miffed about that.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
That could have opened up a whole different door for bitches for you.
Probably, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, you
Probably
know what?
not.
We got Google Translate. It's all good.
Only thing they need to understand.
Hand gesture. God damn it. What?
That's universal, huh?
That is universal. Go to anywhere and do
You just
that.
go into a bar.
Like, okay.
That's when you get the girl who speaks sign language.
She does some some weird ass shit.
Can you imagine like the sign language dirty talk or whatever? It's like gang signs. Yeah, like,
Oh, see, Alex is going to hell.
no,
I want to know what the moaning sounds like.
She just keeps signing yes.
It's not. It's.
This is horrible. I don't know why I said that.
I mean, they can still make noises.
Sorry.
They just.
Stop.
Alex is definitely. Golly. You know what? I'm in an episode right there. Jesus Christ. I hate Alex for that.
Well, hold on.
You got something? Go.
Yeah.
Go.
I have a few things
Please
left.
get me off of that. Please transition quick. Put that in auto tune.
So, oh god. so, you guys want to you know how all these lists come out and everything? People put out like the top songs or whatever of all time and all that shit.
Yeah.
In honor of Drake, our EDM god, I think we need to put out an EDM list of the top songs out there and everything, and make sure that people try to get on that. Maybe try to top our list or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to, but I think we should do that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
If this is getting ready to be the new wave.
What would you put on there?
What, for my top list?
Yeah,
Like a top 10?
What would be one song?
Blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Like Eiffel 95.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Blue. Yeah.
Just making sure.
Who doesn't like that song?
I
It's top
mean-
tier.
Yeah. What do you think of when you hear that song?
Usually the color green.
I think
I change the lyrics every time.
What do you change to?
Well, because you know how it goes. The I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da. So like I always change it. It's either I'm blue, I'm in need of a guy, or I'm blue, if I were green, I would die.
Yeah, that's why I think of green.
I think of the bowling alley, like back in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the 90s was rad.
Rad.
So,
Very rad.
Damn it.
Pretty rad. I think of the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what?
I would put at least one Skrillex song on there.
Really?
Yeah. But Blue gets a pass, but Skrillex, the god of
I
dubstep.
feel like once you start moving into dubstep, it's its own
Still
category.
EDM.
Well, yeah, but it's its own category.
I would put Daft Punk in there.
I put good vibrations. Why? That's EDM.
That's not beat. No.
Yeah, it is.
That's Marky Mark.
No, that's EDM.
I don't know. I don't know.
You guys don't know music.
Okay.
That's where the roots
Barely
are.
not.
I'd throw what's that song by Corona? Rhythm of the Night.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like it. See, that.
Oh,
Leather.
okay. Good vibrations
If
don't
that
work.
comes on,
Shut up.
if that comes on, you about to get into a good night.
Hey, man.
Like that, I don't think.
I need y'all to play that next time.
I want that song played at my funeral at the end.
Can I wear my
As it's
my
going
leather?
down.
Yeah.
I wear my like leather suspenders and everything,
Yeah,
and, with the holes in them, and do this number while
gonna
like
need all
water's
that.
raining down on me and everything.
I'm gonna need all that.
Yeah, all right, cool. He said it. It's here on the podcast.
This is law.
But this has been the Y'all Points podcast.
Wait, I got one more stupid thing.
No.
Yeah, here it
No.
goes. All right, you know how words are important. You gotta. I think some words need to change to whatever. So, I was driving down the street, and then I was just like, it's like being that it's July. That's what it
Yeah.
is. What's usually for sale?
Firecrackers.
Fireworks.
What the difference between those words and everything like that? I think it should definitely be stuck at firecrackers. All right. I hope nobody gets offended by that.
Firecrackers
You say, what?
racist.
No. Because imagine you're like battling a big monster and everything like that, and you're like, how can I defeat this thing? And somebody's like, fireworks, and you're like, oh, okay, and it doesn't work. But they're talking about fireworks.
Well, then what would happen is if they were non-white.
No.
They would say firecrackers and like, how's that gonna work?
No, that doesn't know. Because
And then
nobody
just-
would say firecrackers to try to defeat the big ass monster.
Why
They would
wouldn't
say
they?
fireworks.
Well, no, it works. Listen, it works in many ways for you because
Yeah.
not only will people know what you're talking about, like what kind of explosives you're talking about, but also who is it that has all the guns? They're all gonna start shooting all at once, and you
Firecrackers.
Oh, I hate this.
The mind has been blew.
This is worse than my death thing.
All right. On that note, that is how we're gonna get out of here. Make sure
Start World War III, y'all.
make sure
Firecrackers.
make sure that you pay attention to the All Points podcast over these next coming weeks. We're gonna be putting out a list. We're gonna be putting out a promo video. They're gonna be in DreamCon. It's gonna be a rad time. It's gonna be like the 90s.
True.
That's what they used during the Civil War with their muskets. Firecrackers.
So dumb. All right. This has been the All Points podcast. This is Jonathan the Great.
A2.
This is Sam, aka Stevie Slumber.
And this is Kyle, aka Three Fingers.
And we
R.
Out of here.
Peace.